Blademaster and Orgetorix. It's a round of 16. As you can see, we are on planes. Of course, do check out Blademaster's channel. Very, very cool stuff. It's Wolf of Remus Total War. Anyway, I'm also gonna leave a link to it in the description below. But let's get rolling. So this is the first game. We have Blademaster, of course, part of Wolf, and Orgetorix, part of Agartha. So right here we have Blademaster in control of the Alani army. As for Orgetorix, he's in command of the Ostrogoths. So let's begin with the Alani build. We have an Alani General, Bronze 3 with Warcry, apparently. Then we have 3 Germanic Horse, Silver 3 on the left, 3 Germanic Horse, Silver 3 on the right. So very, very nice cavalry contingent. Then we have Germanic Hurler on each flank. This is fairly interesting. Another Germanic Hurler in the center, and up front 2 Germanic Archers. I really find this to be quite interesting, this composition by the Allans. Then we have 3 Germanic Pikes protecting all these swords over here. So it's 2 Sarmatians, Bronze 3, and then 2 Agathyrsi warriors, 1 on each flank. A very, very cool composition by the Allans. Of course, we also have a shock cav unit. It's a Germanic Lancer. So this is a fairly interesting build by the Allans for sure. Now, what do the Ostrogoths have? Well, let's see. Where's the general? Okay, general is a Germanic noble with Warcry as well. Then we have 3 Germanic horse over here. 2 silver 2, 1 silver 3 on the left flank. 3 Germanic horse as well. 2 silver 3, 1 silver 2. And we also have a Germanic Lancer in the center as a shock cav. Up front we see 2 Germanic Pikes supported by 5 Germanic Archers. Very, very nice skirmishing force, of course. In terms of his swords, well, he has Thracian Warrior on each flank, Bronze 1, so that's 2 in total. Then we have, same thing, Gothic Warband, Bronze 1 on each flank, 2 in total, and 1 more in the center, also Bronze 1. So that seems to be the build. Let's hit play and see how it rolls. This is going to be fairly interesting. So yeah, we can see these 2 Germanic Archers actually should be getting the first shot, but I mean, is it actually going to matter though? Because it's just 2 against 5, and all of these are using precision shot. Of course, both players are using precision shot, which is a very good move. Of course, at this point, you need the extra missile damage. Ooh, the Germanic Horse of the Allans, though, are getting shot by the archers of the Ostrogoths, so that's not good for them. And Nordic Hurlers over here. Allans have to be careful because they don't have any infantry support on the flanks. So if a cav engagement starts, it would be much easier for the Ostrogoths to support it. We do have pikes moving in now, but it does mean that the center will now be revealed for the Allans. The archers, oh, looks like this shock cav might actually try and go through for the Ostrogoths. This is going to be very, very interesting move here. Trying to go around, but is not actually going to make it, and it's going to get shot like crazy, losing 7 men. And this Nordic Germanic Hurler is going to target the Germanic Horseman. Interesting. Here comes a cavalry charge with the Germanic Lancers. I don't really agree with this though, because actually, no, it's yeah, the Germanic Horseman is going to win this without a problem. Here we see a nice charge by the Allans though, because Germanic Horsemen are on. Didn't get their own charge, but with the infantry support here, might not go so well for the Allans, even though it started extremely well because he got the charges off. So this shock cav got in, but it didn't do anything. Barely got any kills. However, this shock cav was wasted for the Allans. I mean, he got a couple kills on the Germanic Horsemen, but I would say definitely not worth it though. Here comes the Alani General, which is going to get focused right now by the Ostrogothic Archers. Ooh, very nice micro here with the Germanic Horsemen going around all these units and avoiding them. Agathyrsi Warrior already down to 96 men. Alani General going into pikes and getting wrecked right now. Also going to get shot by the archers. Actually, they're not being... The general is not being targeted, which is Very strange, and in fact, it actually still got some kills against the pikes, but this is definitely not worth it though. So yeah, looks like the Allans are actually pushing the right flank fairly decently, I suppose. Germanic pikes here will die to Sarmatian Warband, even frontally. These Germanic pikes will not hold, but we're getting some decent kills against the Germanic horsemen here. Again, this flank is going really badly for the Allans because there was no infantry support in this cav engagement, so that's what went really badly for them. It's actually breaking through quite nicely over here, and of course the Sarmatians are going to end up beating the Gothics. Over here it's not looking too bad either. He's going to rout that unit. He still has more units, so definitely he's winning the right flank, but his left just completely crumbled. He definitely overextended here, going alone with cavalry against cavalry and swords, so way too aggressive. Over here though, again, definitely it's a good engagement for the Allans. And he's holding off the center and actually doing significant damage to this Germanic noble. Not quite sure why these archers are not focusing the Germanic horsemen here. It doesn't make much sense to me. They should be focusing it, because now just gonna go in and kill all the archers, and possibly he could even charge a pike if he wanted to at this point and would have killed it, but he didn't, I guess. Now these archers should, however, focus the Alani general. I'm not sure why they aren't. All these Germanic horsemen breaking through. This is very, very good for the Allans, of course. He could, yeah, he's gonna get into the archers. This is great for the Allans, except his general is not looking great. The general has been heavily mismicroed by the Allans this game. Should have kept it safe and should have used it a little bit more passively, because he's way too risky with this general. Blademaster, that is. Still, this Agathosy warrior coming back, but as you can see, since it got shot up, it didn't really manage to do much. These Germanic horsemen got into the archers, but at this point they're kind of like charge bait, because now the Germanic horsemen will get stuck in melee against all these swords and the cavalry, so they are going to end up dying, and the Alani general is dead, so now the game is starting to be over. But let's actually zoom in for a little bit. So yeah, very nice attack on the right, as we were able to see, but the left flank, he just overextended there and took a horrible engagement, I think. That was not an engagement the Allans should have taken at all. And that is game. A valiant defeat for Blademaster. Let's look at the statistics. Wow, the Sarmatians doing well. And again, the Agathosy warriors, they have such low armor, and they got focused by the archers, so that's why they didn't do very well. Surprisingly decent amount of kills for the hurdlers. I didn't expect that. Some of these Germanic horsemen did really well, but the ones that were on the flank that were unsupported did horribly. I mean, initially, again, he got the charges off against 3 melee cavalry units. 3 charges, but it didn't matter because he didn't have any support there. Whereas Gothic Warband and Thracians came in, I think, for the Ostrogoths, which changed it around significantly. I mean, it basically allowed the Ostrogoths to win that engagement fairly cost-effectively. I think he had at least 30 men in each Germanic horseman unit over there, so that was very, very good for the Ostrogoths. But yeah, that's game 1. I shall see you in game number 2. So this is game 2, again on plains. We have Blademaster commanding the Sassanid Empire, and Orgetorix is controlling the Visigoths this time around, so we'll see if what's actually going to happen now. So I'm going to put it in slow motion again. Let's see, we have the Sassanid Empire build over here. Again, very, very ballsy choice to pick the Sassanids in a tournament, but oh well, we'll see if it's going to pay off. Persian nobles general with war cry. Then we see 3 Armenian slingers. These guys are fairly good slingers, and they're actually quite good for slingers units. In front of those, we see some Dalamite warriors. 3 of those with an elite Dalamite, and this Dalamite over here is bronze 1, by the way, so that is something to keep in mind. And all the way up front, we have some meat shields, it seems. 4 Persian brigade. On the left flank, we have 2 shock cav. It's a push Tigban cataphract with the Grivnapar cataphract, and a Persian mounted warrior melee cav unit. On the right flank, Persian mounted warrior with 2 push Stigma cataphracts and a Grivnapar cataphract. So it's gonna be all about those shock cav charges into the infantry, because he's gonna have a rough time defeating these Germanic horsemen. But yeah, let's go over the build of the Visigoths. So he has a Germanic Noble General with Brace, so that's a change. We see again a lot of Germanic archers, 5 of those. That's a really good amount to bring. Very, very nice skirmishing contingent, of course. On each flank we see a Germanic Spearman, and up front as well another Germanic Spearman. In terms of his sword contingent, he has 5 Gothic Palatinate Defectors. These guys are extremely tanky. They're very good units. And then on his right flank, 2 Germanic Horsemen. On his left, 2 more Germanic Horsemen, and over here 2 more Germanic Horsemen. So 6 of them in total. Vanilla though, which is quite peculiar. We'll see if it's actually gonna be good for him though. But I mean, the Assassins also have mostly vanilla units, so that's not gonna be a huge problem. Yeah, let's hit play and see how this one plays out, as I should say. Because it's definitely not gonna be amazing for... yeah, it's just... I just don't see the Assassins winning. It's just gonna be really, really difficult, I think. Well, there is a slight chance. I mean, as long as these Persian brigades get charged by the enemy cavalry and not his cavalry, and then his cavalry gets into these Gothic Palatinate Defectors, he might win. Then it's also, again, the archers, which are going to be massive. Already with the flaming shots into the Armenian slingers, it seems like. Getting a few nice kills on them. These guys are targeting some cavalry, it seems. But now they're going to pull back, which is nice because they don't have much range advantage anymore. Now the Gothic Palatinate Defectors are being moved up, which is a very good move, of course, by the Visigoths, because these guys have, as you can see, a lot of armor, 38 armor. They don't have as much health as, say, Noble Germanic Swordsmen, but the armor more than makes up for it. Of course, it's gonna be huge if they get charged and not braced. That's gonna matter a lot in that scenario. So it looks like the Assassins are going to take an engagement here. I wonder if this is the correct choice. I think this is a little bit of an overextension, but we'll see. Persian Mounted Warriors against Germanic Horse. Ah, wow, actually Persian Mounted Warriors. I mean, this Germanic Horseman is starting to die. No oh, I was gonna say no flaming shot, but that's because these are Armenian slingers. The Armenian Slinger is actually doing a lot of damage to these Germanic Horsemen. Did not expect it. Oh, nice cav charge over here, though, into the rear of these units. Persian Mounted Warriors is going to get wrecked here, though, and the Persian Brigades are going in first, but I think that, yeah, the Assassins are not doing this properly. Why are the Persian Brigades going in alone with the cavalry? Because, ooh, this is just... Of course, they're going to lose to Germanic Horsemen over here, and the Persian Mounted Warriors also lost here. I don't know, this engagement is looking very, very bad for the Assassins overall. I mean, these Persian brigades have not done anything for him. It's just a waste of funds at this point in time. Here comes this cataphract charge. It's going to be good, but yeah, it's against the Germanic Spearmen. Should mop it up really easily. The Germanic Horseman here, though, stopping this cataphract unit. It's not looking good for the Assassins at all. This Germanic Horseman actually pulling away and going to charge into this Persian brigade. It's gonna get routed. Again, this Dynamite Warrior as well. Ooh, the archers got caught though by this Grivnapar cataphract. Still though, Armenian slingers have done a lot of damage, but they're almost out of ammo. I don't know why the Persian Noble General is so far in the back though for the Sassanids. It feels like definitely feels like a mistake. He should be pushing it up further so his units actually have, how should I put it? He needs to push them up further so his units have the morale boost from the general, because at the moment they don't. Yeah, overall it's again not looking good for Blademaster. The Assassins are getting destroyed. I mean, he's going to be able to get this Germanic Horseman off the field, but he can't really deal with this Visigoth force, and even the Germanic Spearmen are doing some work here. Armenian Slingers rushing in to fight the Gothic Palatinate Defectors. That's never good for the Assassinids. This is basically over at this point. There's just not much left to say, so let's zoom in for a bit. Ooh, some epic cavalry charges by the general of the assassins, but now it's getting focused by all these archers. And yes, it's going to pull out, but in return it's going to lose some. And actually, surprisingly, didn't lose anything and routed the Gothic bounty defector, so that's good. But he's taken a lot of HP damage from all these Persian nobles. But the armor, you can see, he has some insane armor and insane health, so that's something to keep in mind. These cataphracts still on the field, but cataphracts have not really paid for themselves at all this game. Just again, huge overextension by Blademaster. I just didn't really expect it. Well, he is very ballsy. Yeah, it feels like these two games he lost basically to himself. He overextended in both games, and while Orgetorix was fairly passive in both of them. I mean, he attacked in the center, he attacked on the flanks at the same time, basically. So very similar times. So I guess he was hoping to catch up Orgetorix off guard, and he did in the first game. Actually, he did on Orgetorix's right flank. Those 3 Germanic horsemen didn't get a charge off, so initially it was going very well for Blademaster again, but Blademaster didn't have any infantry support, which is why he lost that cav engagement horribly still, despite Orgetorix not getting the counter charges. So yeah, that is the match. Orgetorix is going to move forward to the round of 8 in the new era tournament. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment or subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.